Hello friends, welcome back. In this video we are going to see the full in-depth camera review of ASUS Zenfone Selfie. We will also show you some sample shots that we shot with this mobile. So without any further ado, let's get into it. I'm Thames and you're watching HowiSiT. This mobile is said to be one of the best performing camera smartphone out there in the market at this price bracket. With that being said, it has a 13 megapixel rear camera which is supported by dual tone LED flash, and it is supported by laser autofocus for faster focus. Among the few smartphones to have these technologies are OnePlus 2, LG G4 and Zenfone 2 laser. This is the laser which we are talking about, which is near the rear camera, that works seamlessly well. So speaking of the front camera, it has a 13 megapixel front camera that is supported by dual tone LED flash. For some reasons the dual tone flash pops up to be a yellowish color quite sometimes. We'll let you know why the reason. Both the camera boosted with 5 prism Largan lenses with Toshiba sensors. Coming into the camera interface, it looks similar to the ASUS Zenfone laser which we have already reviewed before. You can check that out. So the camera interface is really good, and the laser autofocus in selfie performs really well. It focuses the object faster than anything else, and it just took fraction of seconds to focus, and the images also come out to be really well. The one thing I noticed was that if you didn't use the laser autofocus and if you try to use the touch to focus, it will take more time than what it usually takes while using the laser autofocus. And the rear camera, which has a f2.0 aperture, and the image that comes really crisp and clear. So even the detail in the images are very good. So let's dive into the settings. You can play with ISO exposure value. By default the camera resolution was 13 megapixel and you can change that. And there are also anti-shaking mode, image quality set to fine. There are timestamp. You can use the self timer, burst mode, and the focus mode is on selected in Smart AF. And you can also use text autofocus, face detection, and white balance, exposure value. Video quality is already set to full HD. Video stabilization mode is also available, but it is performed only with digitally, so you can look at that. So speaking of the video performance, it is preferred with performance and the quality, so you can choose between those two options. With camera display, you can use smart brightness, guidelines, info, review duration, burst review, shutter animations, and you can choose between shutter sound, location service, anti-flickers, power saving mode. By default, volume key is used as a shutter key to take the images, and the images are saved to your internal card. You can change that to external memory card. The default camera app comes with number of shooting modes like beautification, auto, manual, night, low light, super resolution, even HDR is also present. Some other modes to be noticed are depth of field, night mode, GIF animation, effects, slow motion, and time lapse. A lot of modes are available, so you can use depending upon your particular situation. So let me try with miniature mode. It blurs the image completely apart from that focused area. As you can see, you can use this particular first slider to increase the blurriness of the image that is surrounded the focused area, and the second slider is to increase the color intensity that is surrounded with this particular autofocused area. Instead of using this vertical area, you can also choose between the circular one. So the particular image which we shot now is come out to be really well, and I've also taken some circular motion, the blurry effect. You can see that also came really well. So this particular image I have used the circular motion, and you can see the particular part in both the sides, the difference. The blurry image is at the sides and the center image is really focused and came out to be really well, so you can play with it. Another interesting mode was you can use this effect mode where you can switch between the effects just by scrolling up or down. The different types of effects will automatically apply to the live view of the mobile. So many effects were there, so you can play with it and to get your perfect effects that you needed for you. And I'll try to take some shots with this effects mode, and we'll try to compare those two in particular. So these were the shots that were taken from this effect mode. The shutter speed is also really good and it just allows me to take the images really fast. So I have taken some outdoor shots and will show you how the screen quality with the particular images I have taken. So these images were taken in the outdoor shots, and this particular mobile, the colors came out to be really well, but there is some problem with the focusing in night times. So let me show you some sample images. So these were shots that were taken outside in daylight conditions, and the colors came out to be really well. I have used some different modes like HDR and depth of field, and to make it clear to you, I have also indicated the particular different segments in the image itself, so you can able to see the difference between the images by yourself. Both HDR and depth of field compared to normal mode were very aggregate, and the image came out to be really well in these two modes, but you can't extract some natural coloring in these two modes. So preferred using normal mode if you want natural colors, and if you don't want natural colors, if you want some high saturated colors, you can go with HDR like this image. As you can see, this particular image, the colors are more vibrant in HDR, and the image is said to be darker in the normal mode. These images were taken in night mode, and this is in the low light conditions. This particular image is taken without any lighting and only flash. That makes it very hard to focus. Focusing is not too great when you are using only flash and without any light. But sometimes the image came out really well only using flash, and you can see that yourself. This is only using flash and without any artificial lighting. And this is by you comparing both artificial and without any lights and using flash. So the image is really good when you are taken in indoor condition. So without any artificial lighting, the images is not good in indoor condition. Even in outdoor conditions, the rear camera doesn't perform well with laser autofocus, and the flash is not that great in low light conditions. So if you are using this camera particularly for indoor conditions and artificial lighting, that's good. But to take some good shots in night times without any lights and only with flash, needs some stable lens and some practice. So that's a bit difficult in using this mobile.
So this video has been shot from ASUS Zenfone Selfie. As you can see, the 13 megapixel camera performs really well. The voice is also being recorded with the microphone of this selfie. So I'm just panning around. So it will give you an idea roughly about how the camera performs. So let me give you a walkthrough.
No hardware stabilization feature is available in this mobile, so only digital stabilization is available, that too while processing the video. As you can see, the image is not stabilized completely. There is a bit of shaky, and you can hear the noise also when it is windy. So be sure that you are shooting this video in normal conditions, and if you want more videos, do let me know. Coming back to the front camera, which the camera is named for, this is the selfie edition, as you can see, and this particular mode is the beautification mode, which is the normal mode. Whenever you try to open the front camera, this is the default mode that will open up, and this beautification mode is very good, and I have used this beautification mode for many images, and this particular beautification mode can be changed by using this mode options. As you can see, now I have switched to auto mode, and you can also be able to switch between the manual mode and other options. While shooting the front camera video, the light just turned on and the image came out to be really well. You are also having the option of taking images while shooting the videos. That's really good news for those people who are taking videos in the time of some audition or some other things. The 13 megapixel front facing camera is performing really well with its aperture 2.2. Let's check the sample images that is taken from this front camera to justify its camera performance. So this is the image that I have taken in beautification mode. So most of the images I have taken the front camera or beautification mode because that is the default option whenever you open the camera. So the beautification mode really performs well and the image came out to be really well. Even in auto mode and manual mode, the camera performed really well. It has a 88-degree wide viewing angles. As you can see, the images came out to be really sharp and it just pops out the colors really well in beautification and normal mode. The front camera is performing really well in outdoor condition in daylight, but in low light conditions in night times it just focuses is not that great, and the beautification mode and auto mode, even in manual mode, the images doesn't came out to be really well. There is some bit of problem in focusing the image in night mode, and without any artificial lighting the focus is not that great. You need some stable lens to take these images. Even when taking some selfie shots, I have tried to use different modes and you can see the result for yourself. You need patience and some stable lens to take some selfies at night times, and in artificial lighting you don't need any other options. The image coming out really well in artificial lighting, as you can see the difference between both the beautification mode and normal mode in artificial lighting. Let's check the front camera video.
Hello friends, so this part of the video is being recorded from front-facing camera of Zenfone Selfie. So the flash is currently powered on, so I'm shooting this in auto mode. As you can see, the light is behind me, so it's evening time and the sun rays is behind me. Let me pan around, that will give you a clearer look. So I'm just directly facing the sunlight. So here's the idea of how the camera performs in lighting conditions in front-facing camera. If you want to see any other videos, do let me know in the comment section below. Thanks.
Does it live up to the expectation? Not exactly, because the 13 megapixel front camera performed really well in outdoor conditions. That I'm really impressed with the outdoor condition performance, but while comparing with the rear camera and front camera, it just doesn't compromise with the performance in outdoor conditions. But in low light conditions and in indoor conditions, the camera doesn't seem to be performing that really great. I personally felt that the image processing and the focusing at night time is not really good, and in outdoor conditions it performs seamlessly, but in low light conditions both rear and front camera is not performing that much great. In overall performance, both rear and front camera performance are really great, but bad performance of dual tone flash and focusing at low light condition gives selfie a tough task to choose from. If you are keen in buying a selfie model, do check my InFocus M530 mobile camera review, that is also good. So hope you enjoyed this video. Do like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. If you want to see any other videos of this particular mobile, or if you want me to compare this Zenfone Selfie with any other models, do let me know in the comment section below. You can also contact me in Facebook at HowiSiT. This is Thames signing off. Hope to see you in my next video.